I just wanted you to ask me this. That's why I made it. I wanted to find places people will love to see. And of course, I was traveling around the globe 3 times before I choose specifically these places, because question was to find right combination between stories. It's easy to find good story, but it's supposed to be two stories, which really exactly opposite to each other. So that's why sometimes truth was more interesting than in the film, but sometimes truth was even too much truth. So we decided to choose places maybe not always most radically interesting like a drama, but for most interesting for film. Because I believe I wanted to make film for big audience, and I wanted to prove that documentary is not a second choice films. It's really good for viewing. I believe I came to Argentina, and it was jet lag, of course, after coming from Europe. And the first day, I didn't want to go anywhere. I decided just to go to the store with CDs, and I were listening hundreds of music, Argentinian music, to pick up one. And from hundreds of soundtracks, I chose one. And I said to Hema is my producer in South America, and I told her, remember this music, we will need it. Then we were traveling 2 weeks, and then suddenly we came to this place. And this guy came to me and asked 2 pesos. I gave him 2 pesos, and immediately he started whistling like, it was exactly the music I chose for all my film. And I said to her, stop, we found people. That's how it happened. It's magical moment. Same as with whale, I filmed whale first. I came alone without team. I suddenly met whale on the coast, and I filmed this story. And then I called to my assistant to go to Spain to check what is there in opposite side of the wall. And she called me to New Zealand. She said, actually there is nothing, just stones. And then I did not believe it, and I said, probably you have to buy me a ticket, I want to check it by myself. And problem was, she saw stone from opposite sides. She did not go around stone. And I came there, and exactly what is magical, and that's why I believe it's not me who made this film. I believe somebody really helped me to do it, because imagine you coming from New Zealand to Spain, and you see stone which looks like stone, like whale. And when I was on the top of the stone, and I was actually shaking, because you cannot create such story, because it's something more than you can create.
Victor, you told me a few stories about magic in this production.
Right.
There is also a magic of movement that is very precise in the film. It's movement that you see in reality, and then the movement you create while filming. Was it always natural for you? Was the magic constant, or did you sometimes organize it a little?
I believe no one needs truth, right? No one needs truth. Everybody, I believe documentary is supposed to be actually very visual, and supposed to be for the big screen. So, and people now used to watch active video films and action movie from Hollywood. So, documentary is supposed to be emotional as well and visual. And I believe the cinema language in documentary same important as in fiction, so that's why it is. In Russia, unfortunately, you cannot make documentary without political statement. You have to be against Putin or you have to be with Putin, otherwise documentary doesn't work. And I actually don't want to do this. That was for me a reason to escape from this. I don't want to be. I don't think documentary is about politics. I think documentary about meaning of life. And what my duty is to try to, I don't want to be pathetic too much, but I guess documentary is trying to understand how this world was made. That's why I used to make film about people who were born with me in same day in same place in St. Petersburg. Or, as you say, I made film about my son who was 2 years old, and he never see before himself in the mirror. And I filmed this moment when he first time watching it himself in the mirror. Actually, it was the first part of trilogy, and this Antipodes is second part. If I know what I want to film, I actually will not film even. If I know how I want to film, I will not even start to film. So for me, to make film is the same as to learn something. Or I actually love to do something I cannot do. And what is normally, you are filming people, and you like them in the beginning, you decide to film them, and then day by day you realize, because you're filming them very close, you found some elements you don't like. But in this film was absolutely opposite. Every day I was filming these Argentinian brothers, I love them more and more, more and more. And in the end, we were really like, actually, it was an incredible moment which never happened in my life before. When we finished made film in Argentina, and then, as you see, it's a few months after, it happened with Rain's story, and we came back, and they told me something incredible. They told me, Victor, you know, these 2 weeks you was with us, it was best moment of our entire life. And of course, this is like biggest present for documentary filmmaker.
And so what's coming next in your mind? What do you already know? You're too busy finishing, showing, distributing?
First of all, I want to be sure this film will go to big cinema theaters, and I will try to do my best, because this is my goal to do. And we have idea for next one. For me, it was a question in the beginning: shall my film be a little bit political, or in fact, in the script I even wrote something like something from Mandelstam about. I imagine an image that we have if you dig from Moscow, from Red Square, if you dig down through the planet, it will came out in the ocean. It's just cold ocean. There is nothing below. Same if you dig from White House in Washington, it's also will nothing below. So, in Russia we also say antipodes are people who think different. That's why I call film Vivan las Antipodas, just to say we have to love people even they think different. But this is only one political sign in my film, only title. The rest I was trying to cut out in editing. I'm sorry if I answer or not.